I'm Beth Moran, author of Christmas Every Day. Thanks for joining me in a Boldwood cosy read. With Francis safely in bed, I hurried back through the woods to the common where the rest of the club were enjoying a post-muck celebration. Sarah dragged me into the kitchen the second I arrived. I don't know what to do. I'm totally freaking out. I can't even look at him. How did I never clock how hot he was before? Maybe it was the shorts? No, not his looks. Him carrying Francis around that course was about the sexiest thing I've ever seen. Her eyes grew round. He's lovely. There's no need to look so horrified about it. But I feel really weird. She buried her head on my shoulder. We're friends now. What if I say something stupid and ruin it? I genuinely think that's impossible. What if I go on a date with Jamie and then Heartbaker comes back with a brilliant explanation? I have to choose between the two of them. Well, who would you choose? She groaned. I don't know. Well, you need to decide. Jamie deserves better than you dating him with one eye on your inbox. Oh, she picked up a wooden spoon and threw it across the kitchen where it clattered into a tower of saucepans. 3 seconds later, Jamie burst in. Everything okay? Sarah gaped. They both turned red in sync, which looked so cute it was ridiculous. Actually, Sarah, I wanted to talk to you. Jamie stuck his hands in his jean pockets. I would have sidled out, but he was blocking the doorway. She mumbled. It's about Heartbaker. I'd seen Jamie pretty sheepish more than once over the past few months. Today he looked at risk of being roasted and gobbled down with mint sauce. What? Sarah grabbed the counter behind her. You didn't hunt him down, did you? Is that why he stood me up? Have you done something to him? And all this time I thought he was a selfish, lying slimeball? No! Jamie looked horrified. I don't know what you think it is I do, but I don't hurt people. Well, unless strictly necessary to avoid other people being hurt. Anyway, no. And he tried to get in touch with you. He was mostly in areas with no signal. Underground. Out at sea. Places like that. When he left, there was no time to explain, and he thought he'd be able to let you know later on, but things kicked off a lot quicker than planned. He was kind of ambushed. And he'd have walked away, left someone else to deal with it, put you above his work, but there was a kid, a boy, and he thought, if this was Edison, Sarah would want him to get her boy back. Heartbaker would do anything to get him back. And if he walked away from that, just to find a phone signal so he could call and cancel a date or explain why he didn't turn up, he wouldn't be good enough for you anyway. Just to be clear, we're talking about you here, aren't we? Sarah asked. Jamie took a breath so deep I thought his t-shirt would burst open. You are Heartbaker. He nodded. Okay, I will have many, many questions about that later, and you'd better have some damn good answers. But for now, get over here and kiss me. If it had been possible to squeeze myself into one of the cupboards, believe me, I would have. Instead, trapped behind both Sarah and Jamie, who I was fairly sure were oblivious to my presence in the kitchen, I opted for wedging myself into the corner of the room. Yes, it would have been tactful to turn my head to the wall, but I'm ashamed to say I peeked, as Jamie took 3 strides over to Sarah, gently cradled her head in his hands and looked in her eyes for a full minute, before slowly, so slowly I nearly shouted, "Oh, for goodness sake, get on with it!" He pressed his lips to hers. Thanks for listening.